Okay, yo, so now I'm gonna react to the Kyle Pitts. No, what? I just see Kyle Pitts on my board. The Atlanta Falcons mock. Why I said mock draft every time. I'm just so used to saying mock draft because I've done so many. Um, React to their draft. Give my thoughts on each pick. And the first one, yeah, everybody kind of expected if they stayed at number four. Kyle Pitts, really good weapon, such a dynamic player. He will improve your offense so much. Like that offense, if it's not good next year, then I'll be very surprised because they got so many weapons now. And Kyle Pitts is such a versatile weapon, and he can play everywhere really. He doesn't really project really like a tight end. I mean, he's just like a big receiver basically because linebackers can't guard him because he's too fast, and then corners can't mark him because he's too big. Like he's just an all round great player, and personally, this is my second best player in the draft. So getting him in your offense is just a steal for anybody. And then at round two, they went for Richie Grant. Trayvon Moehrig was on the board, who I would have probably liked more, but I'm still not gonna hate the pick. Like I like Richie Grant. He's very versatile. He will play all over your defense. Like I think that's what you should do. Just play him all over the place. Probably going to play that deep free safety role and then come in for the slot also. Probably not more in the box. He's probably not going to be like a Keanu Neal type of player. But I think it'd be good. Like, he's kind of like Ricardo Allen in a way. Like, he'll play the slot, but he's better than Ricardo Allen because he'll probably play the slot and then play safety also. So I like Richie Grant. I think he'll be a really good player. And for the second round pick, I think that's a really good pick. This was also a really good pick. Jalen Mayfield, I think he can start a tackle straight away. I think he can also start a guard straight away. Replacing James Carpenter would be a good idea, but also your left tackle position isn't amazing. And I think Jalen Mayfield definitely has all the traits to be a good tackle or a guard. So I like it. And I mean, Jalen Mayfield, he's big and strong. He'll help out your run game a lot. He's not the best pass protector, but I mean, he definitely has the ability. I think he can develop into a good tackle because he's still young and everything. And I mean, he offers you versatility and everything. Like, is this a good pick overall? Yeah, I mean, he definitely had a lot of down points playing at Michigan, but overall, he was a good tackle. And I think the third round, you could definitely take a shot on him, and he could hopefully develop into a good tackle like you hope he can be. And then in round four, they picked Darren Hall, cornerback, San Diego State. Yeah, this is a pretty decent pick. Their cornerback position still probably needs help. They got a lot of young players, and Darren Hall definitely is that. San Diego State, you're not playing against the best competition, but he's a very athletic player. Like, and I think you can use him. He can play safety also, which is also good. If you wanted to play safety, then you can. But cornerback, you probably stick him there, and he can maybe start straight away. Probably just be a good rotational player, to be honest. And I like the pick. I think he's a good player, and getting a corner like that, I don't think he was the best corner, but I think for his position versatility, it's a good pick for the Falcons. And then they went for a center, Drew Dahlman from Stanford. Yeah, he's been kind of rising up for people, and they lost Alex Mack. So I think he probably replaces him straight away. And they don't really have. I mean, you got Jalen Mayfield, Andrew Dahlman now, really improving the offensive line. They're trying to get that run game going because they brought over that Arthur Smith system from the Tennessee Titans. So they're trying to be a good running team. So you get Drew Dahlman in there. He can be your center. He'll be a good center probably, I think. I mean, he might not be. You never know. I think he will be. And then him and Jalen Mayfield, those be really good run blockers. They're trying to get those good run blockers. And that's what Drew Dahlman is. And I think he can command your offense very well. So I like the pick. Like a pick, like a pick, like a pick, like a pick. And then in the fifth round, they went for Drew Dahlman again. Taekwon Graham. Taekwon Graham, I don't like him that much. I don't think he was the best player available. But, I mean, they do need to improve that defensive line, and he could be a good pass rusher, and that's what he kind of was at Texas. But he also is a good run defender. I mean, I just don't know about the pick. I feel like there was better players on the board in the fifth round. Like there was still a lot of players that dropped down to the fifth, but I definitely see it. Like they could be really high on him, and he definitely has really good upside. So I don't mind it. Taekwon Graham, fifth round. He's a decent player. And then in the fifth round, their second pick in the fifth, they went for, okay, I'll try and say his name. Atetokunbo Ogundeji. Yeah, I mean, rotational edge player, that's kind of all he's going to be. He wasn't really amazing at Notre Dame. Like, he didn't really do much, but I think he can be, he's a good run blocker. No, what? I just saw run blocker here, so I just said it. I mean, I don't know much about Ogundeji, but I just know that I know he had an amazing Senior Bowl. That's all I know. But I mean, it gives you a good rotational player. That's kind of what they're trying to do. Maybe it doesn't fit their scheme amazingly, but I think he can definitely. So I like it. And then Avery Williams, Boise State. I don't really like this pick that much. I don't think he was the best cornerback on the board. I like addressing the defense though, so I do like it. And getting Avery Williams, he wasn't like the best there. He's kind of undersized, 5'9", 195, but he's a really good athlete. Good special teamer also. Like they hear that he returned 6 punts for touchdowns and 3 kickoffs for touchdowns. So I guess he has that to his game, and that's probably what he'll play, I'd assume. And there was definitely better corners. Like there was a lot of good corners, but getting a good player like this to be a good special teamer also gives you that good depth also. And then they go for Frank Darby in the 6th round. I didn't like this pick either. I didn't think he was the best receiver on the board. Definitely, like he wasn't. And there's so much more better receivers than Frank Darby. I think he can, like just slot corners in general. Like I think Cade Johnson's a better slot receiver. I mean, there's some other slot receivers also. But I think he could definitely step in that slot straight away, to be honest. I don't think Russell Gage is that good of a slot receiver. He kind of just average. I think Frank Darby could maybe compete. They will have a competition. Like I think he could definitely do that. He's a good deep threat also, and good after the catch. But he didn't really show that much. But getting another receiver, I think that was a good pick for them to do overall in this draft. Like I think they needed to do that. So getting Frank Darby, I guess it gives you that flexibility to rotate in your slot receivers, and maybe you have something there with Frank Darby, and then that just improve that offense. I mean, that offense is amazing. You just get even more weapons from Matt Ryan, and you're probably going to have a top 10 offense next year. And if you don't, then you kind of just failed this whole draft because, I mean, they got a lot of good players. So now for my draft grade. Overall, I mean, I liked a lot of picks. I like Kyle Pitts. I liked Richie Grant, even though he wasn't the best safety available. I like Jalen Mayfield. I like Drew Dahlman. I quite like Devin Hall. These last 4 picks weren't amazing, personally. I think there was better players at each position available for them. So I'm probably going to give them a B. Is a B- a bit harsh? I mean, I like Kyle Pitts. I like Richie Grant. I like Jalen Mayfield. I like Darren Hall. I mean, I'll give them a B then. I'll give them a B because I think they did address a lot of needs, and I think they definitely made their team better. I just think there was better players you could have took with the picks that you had. Like those 3 5th-round picks were kind of just average. I think that kind of spoiled your draft. I'm bumping it down to B- actually. Those 5th-round picks were just not good with the players that were available. There was much better players at each position. But the first picks they made, the first 4 picks, maybe even 5 picks, we're good. So I'm just gonna give it a B minus. And yeah, so I mean, definitely could have bumped it up, but B minus, it kind of just seems good. Like, it's not a C. Like, be happy with that. Falcons fans would probably be mad, but I didn't really like the last picks that they made, and I hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll have all these videos pumping out later on. So see you.